Breaking news this morning coming out of Manchester United. Dan Ashworth has left Manchester United after 5 months as sporting director. Now, it comes after a meeting at Old Trafford yesterday. It is seen as a bit of a shock departure, to be fair, but it looks like NEWTS have decided that bringing in Ashworth has now been a misstep in their trajectory, or however you want to say it. And they have got rid of Ashworth with immediate effect. This is a bit of a shock, to be honest. It's interesting to see what happens next in terms of who comes in as sporting director. I'm kind of looking through what I can find about it on socials and everything like that. And it's very... it's very difficult. I'm a bit shocked, to be honest. Where do we go from here is the question, I guess. The exclusive has come from David Ornstein with Adam Crafton and Laurie Whitwell of The Athletic. They have basically brought out this about 40 minutes ago now. And it seems as though Jim Radcliffe is the man who was pivotal to the decision. So what happens next is a bit of a shock. Obviously, a new sporting director is going to have to be found and brought in, and we're going to have to see who that's going to be. I think that NEWTS are willing to make the difficult decisions when needed. Obviously, they've already sacked the manager that was in charge at the moment in Ten Hag. They brought in Ruben Amorim, who seems to be... Well, initially we looked at it as it was a good appointment. Obviously, we got the 1-1 draw at Ipswich. We then went and beat Bodo Glimt. We beat Everton 4-0. And then we've gone 2 straight losses on the bounce. So there's definitely improvement needed, or recruitment needed, or something needed in a sense. I've still yet to do the review on the Forest game. I was about to do it, and this has occurred. But yeah, it looks like he has gone. It's very interesting to see what happens next. He was at Newcastle United. They and ahed about letting him go. They wanted money for him. They put him on gardening leave. There's a lot to kind of unpack on this. I don't know who's going to come in next. It would be interesting to see who is the next person involved, I guess, in the as a sporting director, whether they have someone already lined up, because it did seem very quick that they got rid of Ten Hag and then Amorim was in within a week, near enough, or done within a week. It took a bit of time to come in the end, and we obviously had them 4 games with Van Nistelrooy. So I'm wondering, have NEWTS seen the wood for the trees in a sense, and basically realised that Dan Ashworth isn't as high ranked, I guess, or the person they're wanting in charge. With Manchester United and NEWTS especially, they're showing that they're recruiting the best of the best, and Dan Ashworth was seen as one of those people, and it's interesting to see that has diminished within a 5-month period. They waited longer to get him in than they have to getting rid of him. Whether that's because, like I said, they've realised that his recruitment tactics, or however he was doing things at Newcastle, has seemingly started to happen at United, because there was a bit of a lull within the second season of Newcastle's investment kind of period. They had a good run initially, and then they obviously got into the Champions League and everything like that, but they've stalled since. Obviously, Dan Ashworth left in the summer and came to United. And United recruited fairly decently, I would say. They brought in Joshua Zirkzee, who hasn't really set the world alight. They brought in Ugarte, who I think is doing a decent enough job. They brought in Mazraoui, who I think is a signing of the summer. And then also Delict, who has had moments here and there of quality. Whether I'd say stalling is a different matter. I think he's just kind of, maybe it's a settling in period, I'm not sure. But yeah, it does seem very strange that this has all just happened suddenly. We'll see what happens going forward. And we'll wonder, I guess, what will be next, in a sense. There's a lot of people kind of speculating who would possibly be next. But it doesn't look great when you wait for a person to come in a high-ranking position, and then near the same time as you have waited for him and get him in, you get him out. So we'll see what happens going forward. Who comes in for Ashworth? And we'll just have to see, I guess, what happens next. Hopefully we'll have some news on it going forward. But yeah, that is the breaking news from this morning. Dan Ashworth has left Manchester United 5 months after joining the club. He's left as sporting director. So yeah, guys, if you've liked the video, please leave a like. If you haven't, leave a dislike, comment what you want to see on the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Until next time, guys, take care.